have a special gift for you. We have as low as 0% on some of our most popular models. That's right, you could be driving a 22 Honda HR-V featuring Magic Seat with long and tall modes, allowing for gear up to 8 feet long and 4 feet tall, or a Pilot with Cabin Talk. Talk to rear passengers with ease, both for just 0% or for just 1.9% for up to 5 years. Choose a 21 Honda Accord and get amazing gas mileage, 48 miles per gallon. We will see you soon at Denny Menhol, Rushmore Honda. Happy Honda
Sports,
Day.
and they want to be your trusted partner for all of your banking needs. Pioneer Bank and Trust is local. Visit pioneerbankandtrust.com. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. The girls' game just wrapped up, and the top-ranked Sioux Falls O'Gorman Lady Knights proved to be too much for Rapid City Central, as the Lady Knights get the win this afternoon over Rapid City Central, 70-47. Again, it was 38-22 at halftime, and things just did not get better for the Cobblers. Dean, again, they just kind of seemed to run out of gas maybe a little bit. They had an emotional or thrilling victory last night, but again, just come back today, and the Knights now improved to 13-1 on the year.
Yeah, there's no question why they are number one. Sometimes you think, those people that are voting for, who's in the state or the rankings rather, sometimes you think, have they really explored all of the different players and all the different teams and seen them, and do they really know what what they have, their abilities, and it's until they actually get on the floor and play those games. But there's absolutely, with us, watching the 2 days worth of the O'Gorman Knights playing, they do it everywhere. They do it in transition. They do it on defense, no doubt. Even their ability to play defenses, they played as well against man as they did against zone. They knew what to do. Smart basketball players, very athletic. They knock down the shots that they need. Going back to our keys to the game, the team that is able to break the defense down and hit shots will win the game. That was no doubt the O'Gorman Knights today, without question. And I don't know if maybe, like we said, the emotional win last night for the Cobblers, how well they battled back in that last minute, 38 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't carry today. Didn't know if it would affect their psyche today, but either way, they came out. They had that one little spark where all of a sudden they put pressure, got some turnovers, hit a couple of shots down. In general, that's kind of about the only life that they had today. They just were, their passes were not crisp. They hit some shots, but they weren't getting rebounds, and that proved to just be devastating for them. And when you don't do those fundamental things, you get a lopsided victory like we had today. Again, 70-47 was your final score. O'Gorman over Rapid City Central. Looking at the scoring in this ballgame for Rapid City Central, they were led by Sadie Glade with 12 points. You had 8 points each for Josie Hill and also Tila Geron. But for Josie Hill, she did not score in the second half. Yeah, clearly, her in the post is the matchup wasn't advantageous for the Cobblers at all. The O'Gorman Knights knew how to. I don't want to necessarily say athletic, because Josie Hill's pretty athletic. She's just not really quick. She's got some moves. She can make some moves here and there, but she's not quick, and so it's a little bit easier for defenders who are solid defenders, who are quick and can read it well, to get in here and neutralize her and force her to make a bad shot. And she didn't get a lot of rebounds either. She gets a lot of those where she gets those second chance opportunities. And so that aspect, and not be able to be effective as an offensive player, just basically took her right out of the game.
Absolutely. So again, 8 points for Josie Hill and Tila Geron. You had 4 points rather, for Aaliyah Jones, 3 for Dennis Smith, and then 2 each for Wachapi Cooney. You had Mari Richards, Marissa Cadat, Leela Roybal, all with 2 points. Nevaeh Cooney did have 3 points, and Dennis Smith 3, and then 1 point for Amaray Rento. For the Gorman Lady Knights, they had 3 players in double figures. Bergen Riley finished with 20, 16 for Hannah Ronsick, 10 of those 16 in the second half, 14 for Molly Abdush, and then you had actually 12 points for Kara Mentally, 4 points for Lucy Moore, and 2 each for Hannah Friedman, and also Claire Benson with 2 points. So, again, 70 to 47. The Cobblers now just need to kind of regroup and look ahead and, get ready for their next game. They're actually going to be on the road next weekend as they play at Harrisburg. They're 4-8, and Yankton 4-9. So 2 favorable games there for the Lady Cobblers, but they need to take care of business on the road.
Yeah, they definitely do. They, like you said, they do need to regroup. Great win last night, but they're 1 and 2 in their last 3 games, and both of them, teams were able to break their defense down. The Raiders and then O'Gorman today, and so they need to be able to work on that, work on how they can communicate as a defender when you're sliding over one direction. Could it be they're double teaming teams too much in one area, and not allowing the pass to kind of break them down too much? A little bit of that, that's something for Coach Bertram. Much smarter than I am as far as coaching basketball. So definitely something he'll have to work on this week and prepare for next weekend.
And for the O'Gorman Lady Knights, they actually play Tuesday night. They'll be at Sioux Falls. Lincoln is their next ball game. Lincoln is an 8-6 team. But again, the Lady Knights now with 13 straight wins. Their only loss came to Brandon Valley to start the season. So we'll take a quick look at our player of the game. Today's player of the game is sponsored by Claiborne Los and Sabres. Whether it's divorce, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you, the law office of Claiborne Los and Sabres is always ready. Just Google Claiborne Los and Sabres in Rapid City. And Dean, your player of the game.
Well, there isn't a lot to really talk about. There's a lot of players that underachieve today, but I think early on, at least giving the Cobblers at least enough life that they thought maybe that they had an opportunity for today would have been Sadie Glade. She had those threes. Did she have four of them total? Yep. She had 4 3-pointers. That's what she does. She was very quiet at the end of the game, and she does a lot of different things, but just what she had just wasn't enough. But it was enough for her to at least make a presence and give her team a little bit of life.
So Sadie Glade, our player of the game, sponsored by Claiborne Los and Sabres in Rapid City. So that's going to wrap up our Pioneer Bacon Trust post-game show. The final score, the O'Gorman Lady Knights 70 and Rapid City Central 47. With that win, O'Gorman now improves to 13-1 on the season. For Rapid City Central, their girls team, they now drop to 11-3 on the season after the big win last night against Brandon Valley. They fall today by a final score of 70-47. So we're going to just step aside for 1 minute. We're going to come back, get you set for the boys' game. It's Rapid City Central and the O'Gorman Knights going to battle next in boys basketball action. So again, we'll be back in 1 minute right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Farmers and ranchers.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Find your tag, find your deal at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet during our Red Tag sales event. Save a total of $2,500 with $500 Red Tag bonus cash, $1,000 customer cash, and $1,000 Menholt discount. We are paying top dollar for your trade, and all credit applications are accepted. We will see you soon at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet, where our top-rated sales team will help you shop from the best selection of Chevy Silverados.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard in Rapid City, South Dakota. Famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, keep it simple. Insure your car and home with Farm Bureau and you'll have a combined policy with one deductible that can cover it all. That means faster claim resolution and less hassle. Plus, you can save money in the long run. It's the quick way back to normal, because with Farm Bureau, you've got an agent who can make things right when things go wrong. Farm Bureau agents make insurance simple.
Call me, Tom Berger, your Farm Bureau agent in Rapid City, at 348-3470.
A lot has changed since 1962, but one thing hasn't: the hometown service you expect from Dale's Tire and Retreading. Dale's Tire has been providing quality brands and service to the Black Hills area for over 50 years, and we couldn't have done it without you. That's why we are pleased to service your vehicle, saving you time and getting your vehicle back on the road. Because at Dale's Tire, we don't just sell tires, we build lifetime relationships. Dale's Tire, Campbell Street and Deadwood Avenue, Rapid City.
Have you been in a fender bender recently? Maybe have some hail damage on your vehicle? New Miller Truck and Auto Body specializes in body repairs for cars, pickups, and semis. Located at 3030 East Highway 44 in Rapid City, New Miller Truck and Auto Body is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Let their experts undo the damage you did. Call 605-342-0537. You've tried the rest, now try the best. New Miller Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
Had 12 points and Reno Low 10 points for the Cobblers. For Sioux Falls O'Gorman, they defeated Rapid City Stevens 56-53. But Nate Kindred did everything he could to try to keep the Raiders in that ball game. Had 25 points. O'Gorman, it seems like they kind of relaxed a little bit late in that ball game. They did, and obviously it was Kindred's night. He kind of almost did anything he wanted to, whether it was, ISO play, double, triple team. He was scoring kind of at will last night and just didn't get a lot of help from his team. Usually Goldie will give him a little bit of help, or Jayden Hayes. Christian got 10, so he was okay, but Hayes didn't give him a lot last night. So just got nothing from the rest of his team enough to give him that win. And so, I think, O'Gorman will be ready to go today out there and playing. Again, matchups are going to be nightmares. So, again, the Cobblers 4-9 on the season. The O'Gorman Knights are 12-2. We'll take a quick look at our keys to the game. They're being brought to you by Dakota Discount RV. Find the key to building lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV from Dakota Discount RV. Take a look at their great selection of RVs at 2 locations. Dakota Discount RV across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. Dean, if it's going to come down to maybe one thing for each team, I know I don't give you a lot of time here, but one thing for each team, that they're going to need to get that win this afternoon. Well, for the Cobblers, it's all on the coach. Like we said, their matchups none of them are in favor of the Cobblers. So for Coach Hay, he's got to come up with a game plan that's going to try to create some opportunities for his team. Defensively, they don't match up. Offensively, they don't match up. There's so many mismatches. So what is he going to do to at least have success? I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's in his court. So try to create a matchup that they can be successful with. For the O'Gorman Knights, it's going to be them. Are they going to knock down shots? Are they going to take advantage of the matchups that they have? If they come out, play slow, play poorly, turn the ball over type of thing, it may not be as lopsided of a game as we can see. So they need to be able to play with all of their potential. O'Gorman with just 2 losses this year, both to top-ranked Sioux Falls Roosevelt. So, again, the Knights are 12-2. They have a 2-game win streak. They're 6-2 on the road for Rapid City Central. They are 4-9. And, again, that's today's look at our keys to the game, being brought to you by Dakota Discount RV with 2 locations across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. Let's take a look at our starting lineups now. Today's starting lineups are built by Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumber yard since 1928. We'll take first a look at the O'Gorman Knights. Their starting lineup looks like this. Number 3, Emmanuel Struck, a 6'3" senior guard. Number 4, David Elpers, a 6'6" senior center. Number 5, Matt Ng, a 6'2" junior guard. Number 23, Rush Landry, a 6'5" senior forward. And number 50, John Costello, a 6'5" senior center. Head coach for the O'Gorman Knights in his 17th season, and 35th overall is Derek Roby. Now the starting lineups for the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Their lineup looks like this. Number 2, Jet Janfrin, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 3, Reno Lowe, a 6'1" senior guard. And, we've seen Reno, he's, as of late, has come on pretty good for the Cobblers. I believe it was the Spearfish game. I think he had 20 points. So, again, he's kind of come on late, and gave Coach Hay some good minutes out there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an X factor. He's got to be able to knock down shots, create some points, do something, because there's not going to be a lot of inside with Alpers in there. So they got to do a little bit from that perimeter, and Reno Lowe might be one of the players that could step up. He might be. Number 11, Chase Brown, is a 6'3" senior. Also, number 22, Kale Meisman. He is a 6'4" sophomore forward. And in the middle for the Cobblers, he's going to have his hands full this afternoon. Number 34, Cooper Totten, a 6'5" junior forward. Head coach for the Rapid City Central Cobblers in his 7th year is head coach T.J. Hayes. Yeah, they're going to have to absolutely work their tails off today. I don't know exactly the extent of the game last night, but today it is all work, all business. They can't be sloppy about it. They got to protect the ball constantly, but they're going to have to work. Because that's the only way to beat a team that is decidedly physically better than you are. You have to outwork them, because you're not going to be able to muscle them around or anything like that. You have to absolutely communicate with intensity and work crashing the board and just taking care of the basketball. So again, today's starting lineups being built by Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard since 1928. Today's officials, the law on the court, is presented by the South Dakota Attorney General's Division of Consumer Protection, here to inform and assist. Today's officials are Larry Osborne, Chip Frankie, and Shane Bartles. Did I get that right? Yep. Okay. Just like Bartles and Jay. I know you know all the officials probably in the whole region, so there's a couple. There's new ones. And there's the tip. It is controlled by the Knights going from right to left in their white uniforms with the blue numbers. Cobblers in their home red with the white numbers. They'll work it around the perimeter. There's the shot from Matt Ng, and he's taking off right where he left off from yesterday. He had a great game from the perimeter yesterday. Matt hit 4 3-pointers yesterday.
Yeah, he struggled against Pierre, hit a couple late, but really struggled then, but proved that was just a fluke.
Janvrin to Lowe now. Man-to-man defense there for the O'Gorman Knights. They'll work it out. It's going to be Totten the basketball. He'll hand it off to Janvrin. Janvrin, top of the key. 10 seconds left on the clock. The shot clock. Meisman now back to Totten. Down to 5 seconds. They'll give it to Brown. Brown in some trouble. Puts up a tough scoop shot. No good. The ball's tapped out into the hands of Costello. Then the Cobblers tried to work it inside, and they had to, just kind of rush that shot there at the end.
Yeah, you got to do some off-ball screens, some cuts just to get through the middle. Obviously, they're pretty athletic the Knights.
You see a zone defense there by the Cobblers. Here's Costello. He shoots the three, no good. Landry puts his shoulder down. He puts it into Cale Meisman and gets called for the foul.
Yeah, there wasn't much displacement on that foul, but either way, we're going the other way. At least defensively, I would say for the Cobblers, you put a zone, you at least force them to the outside. Say, look, if you're going to beat us on the perimeter.
In this game coming your way on Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com. We're going to get a jump ball. Lowe and that's Manuel Struck tie it up. It will stay Cobbler basketball. 6:38 here left in the first quarter. O'Gorman leading Rapid City Central 3-0. Also, thanks for watching on GoCobblersLive.com. Jet Janvrin now left side to Lowe on that left wing. They'll get it out to Totten, top of the key. He reverses it right side. They're going to push it to Brown. Chase Brown the basketball. Crossover dribble to the left side. Brown to Totten. Baseline jumper no good. Rebound grabbed by Costello. He'll get the ball out to Struck. He'll push the ball in the front court. Left side to Ing. Now back to Landry. Then to Ing in the corner. He'll shoot the three. That one off the mark. No good. Landry gets the rebound. Shot's no good. Gets his own offensive rebound. Still fighting for the rebound. Costello has the basketball. Has it knocked out of his hands. He'll chase down the loose ball. New shot clock, though. They go to Landry now. Backdoor pass. The shot is up and no good for Matt Ing.
I'll tell you right now, that's going to dictate right now 3 offensive rebounds by the Knights.
Cole Meisman at the other end. He drives hard to the basket. He is fouled, so he goes to the free throw line. And you look at Cale Meisman, the 6'4 sophomore, and every time he gets the basketball, he looks so determined when he takes it to the hoop.
You're right. His intensity level, his energy is fantastic. Is a little bit reckless.
Yeah.
And so I think he's probably got to work on here his next couple of years here at Central High School. But he's got the energy. He's like, I'm on the court. I'm going to use my time. I'm going to play hard.
He makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good as well. 5:46 to go in the first on the State Farm scoreboard. O'Gorman 3, Rapid City Central 2. Into the left corner, Costello the basketball. In zone defense played by the Cobblers. Costello, cross-court pass to Ing. Now in the right corner, they go to Elbers. He spins to the baseline, puts up a tough shot, no good. Tries to tap it in, gets his own rebound, and we're going to get a whistle against the Cobblers.
Yeah, you can't let a guy physically like that just get a rebound. If you throw a body on him, he's just going wherever he wants, and you're trying to out-jump him. He's going to out-jump you. You got to put a body on him, make him go over the top of you.
Here's Matt Ing for 3 from the top of the key. Knocks down another tray. 6-2 now is your score. O'Gorman leading Rapid City Central. Left side, they go to Lowe now, the basketball. The ball rolls out of bounds. It was last touched by Lowe. It was knocked out of his hands by Emmanuel Struck, and then Lowe couldn't corral it, so it rolls out of bounds.
You can just see how athletic the Knights are. The Cobblers are trying to create some screens and get somebody off a screen, but they're too quick and they're too smart, recovering too quickly.
Struck the basketball to Ing in the left corner. Now they go to Costello, working around Landry. Over to Ing. He'll shoot another 3 from the left side. That's 3 3-pointers for Matt Ing.
And Ing's hitting it, and that's the way it's like live and die by playing that zone defense to say, hey, if he hits them, he hits them. We got to do something, and that's the way it falls.
Lowe shoots a 3 at the other end. That one is no good. It's off the mark. The Knights come away with it. Right side now. It's Struck down low to Elpers, but how the back pass pass to Eng. His shot is no good. Jambrin gets the ball on the run, tries to go coast to coast, and he's going to get the layup at the other end. So the Cobblers jet Jambrin with his first basket.
Yeah, a good job that time. You could see the determination. The defender coming right in. He did a great job of sealing him off as he went up for that lay-in.
Eng the basketball to Costello, top of the key. Costello, right side, gets the ball to Landry. Bounce pass down low to Elpers, and Elpers banks it in for two.
We saw that early last night, not so much later on, surprisingly.
Here's Lowe at the other end to Meisman, now to Jandren. Has a pass to the basket. Tough shot there for Jet Jandren. He gets helped up as he goes to the free throw line for Rapid City Central.
You absolutely cannot fault him for that. Great job. He found the crease. He probably could have shot from here, but instead, I think his deal is driving. Like you said, he's got some quickness to him. Got right in, broke down the defense, got him to collapse on him, and hey, just go to the free throw line.
Rush Landry picks up his second personal, third team foul against the Knights.
And they've got plenty of talent coming off the bench as well. That sub-varsity game we did, they started out with a jam, with a two-handed jam. They're like, okay, this is going to be a long game.
Second free throw by Jandren is good. He has 3 points now. John Suarez checks in as Jandren heads to the bench. So we see some new players in there now. Looks like John Suarez is in the game, the 5'11 junior, as well as Keyshawn Beasley, the 6'4 junior for the Cobblers. And some new faces as well. There's Matt Eng from the right side. He is fouled. They will count the three-pointer plus one for Matt Eng.
Yeah,
4 3-pointers in this first quarter alone.
Jace Brown got caught. He just flying through the air, obviously. You see him sitting down on the bench holding his head. What was I thinking? He had you beat. Either close out or let him shoot it. Okay, don't fly through the air at a jump shooter.
And Eng gets the bounce there, gets the free throw. 13 points, 13 of the Knights' 15 points. In this first quarter, they lead by 10, 15-5. With the basketball, Isaiah Whiting in the game, gives it to Totten, top of the key. Cooper Totten. Back to Whiting now. Whiting to Totten, being guarded by Elpers. Now to Whiting in that right corner. He'll dribble out, get in the paint. Gives the ball to Suarez. John Suarez around the screen to the left side. Back to Whiting. Whiting in the low post. Has the ball stolen by number 42. That's Gavin Muirhead. So you have Muirhead in the ball game. Also Leo Huners in. And number 35, Chad Ambrose.
Muirhead is the one that jammed it in the JV game.
Whiting again. A three from the top of the key. No good. Muirhead grabs the rebound. Has the shot blocked out of bounds by Keyshawn Beasley.
You know, and I like Keyshawn Beasley out there on the floor. All of a sudden, he shows a splash of this ability, and you think if he can just put something together consistently throughout a game, he could be effective in that varsity level.
Keyshawn, a junior for Coach T.J. Hayes.
And there's another big one by Keyshawn Beasley. He can read it well. He does a good job. He's got a great step through as he drives into the lane. He's got some good big steps that he can make things happen.
That was Heckenleibel who drove and had the shot blocked. Now the Cobblers get it back. Here's Beasley, the basketball to Suarez. Suarez to Totten in the low post. He backs his way in, spins to his left, puts up the one-handed shot, no good. Muirhead grabs the rebound, gets the outlet pass to Huners. Leo Huners in the front court now. He'll give the ball to Ambrose, Chad Ambrose. They work it down low. Costello the basketball. Costello to Huners. Huners off the glass. It's good for two. Leo Huners for two. O'Gorman 17, the Cobblers 5. And a 30-second timeout for Coach T.J. Hayes with 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter.
You can just read it on his face right away. That one wasn't easy. It was a face cut. We talked about that last night. They switched to a man defense. He did a face cut right across the middle. Just made an easy shot for it. You got to be able. You have to front him. Can't remember the terminology, but when somebody tries to cut in front of you, you cut in front of them. Force them to cut underneath you. Don't let that easy entry level as they come across the front part of that lane.
Again on the State Farm scoreboard, 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first. O'Gorman 17, Rapid City Central 5. Cobblers a very young team this year. They're 4-9 on the season. Right now they're holding on to that 16th spot to get into that SODAC 16, but of course it drops off after the Cobblers. But still you need to win some games down the stretch here.
Yeah, definitely.
Beasley backdoor pass, or trying to get it to Isaiah Whiting, but it was kicked out of bounds by the Knights. So it'll stay Cobbler basketball. John Suarez will trigger it in along the left baseline. Suarez gets the ball into Beasley. Beasley to Totten on the right elbow. Totten being guarded by 35. That's Ambrose. Puts up a tough shot. No good. Ambrose grabs the rebound. Chad Ambrose works his way into the front court. Dribbles to the left side. Hands it off. They'll go to Huners. Now back to Ambrose. Bounce pass to Costello in the low post. Back to Huners. Now to Costello. Has the ball knocked out of his hands.
Suarez has great quick hands. I love him.
Cross-court pass. Heckenleibel shoots a three. That one off the mark, no good. Muirhead tries to get the loose ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay Knights basketball.
So that's a great example of what we're talking about, fundamentally playing or trying to be more physical. You're not as physical as they are, so you have to be fundamental. Totten needed to box out. Instead, he let the guy behind him tip the ball up on the rebound.
Heckenleibel drives, and Suarez quickly gets in there, gets into the passing lane, and gets the steal. He pushes the ball to Beasley in the front court. Beasley passes back to Lowe, now left side Whiting. They'll go over to Suarez, back out to Totten. Totten reverses it, hands it off to Lowe. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lowe thought about a three. Instead, gives it to Isaiah Whiting. Whiting around the perimeter, hands it off to Totten. Totten on that far side. Back to Suarez, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Suarez gives it to Lowe in the left corner. He'll shoot the three. It's Marino Lowe.
That was a great find by Suarez. I thought he had a clear path and was going to head right to the rack, but instead found Lowe. Obviously, he made it, but I thought it wasn't the cleanest of catches for him. But either way, it was effective.
9-point lead now for the O'Gorman Knights, down to 17 seconds. Huners holding on to the basketball at the circle. Dribbles to the right side, gives it to Heckenleibel. He'll hand it off to Ambrose. Ambrose back to Huners. Down to 7 seconds. Down low, Costello double-teamed. And it's going to be a travel on John Costello. Again, they double-teamed him in the low post. He tried to spin and gets called for the travel. Beasley gets the ball into Lowe. Lowe right in front of us at midcourt. He's going to launch it right before the buzzer, and it hits the front of the iron.
And I'll tell you right now, O'Gorman, they're kind of 17-8. Honestly, I think they're kind of underperforming right now. Missed some easy shots. Obviously they're showing that they're physically better than the Cobblers, but just not quite performing. Maybe a little bit what they did last night. Coming in here today, a little low. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. After one, it's O'Gorman 17, Rapid City Central 8. We'll come back in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Looking for
Happy Honda Days. We have a special gift for you. We have as low as 0% on some of our most popular models. That's right. You could be driving a 22 Honda HR-V featuring Magic Seat with long and tall modes, allowing for gear up to 8 feet long and 4 feet tall, or a Pilot with Cabin Talk. Talk to rear passengers with ease, both for just 0% or for just 1.9% for up to 5 years. Choose a 21 Honda Accord and get amazing gas mileage, 48 miles per gallon. We will see you soon at Denny Menholt, Rushmore Honda. See dealer for details. Happy Honda Day.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show. Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center.
We're back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth. Sales, service, and side-by-sides here at Howard Nas Gymnasium. Jerome Wickersham and Dean Kerr on this Saturday afternoon. It's boys basketball action. O'Gorman Knights leading Rapid City Central 17-8 in boys basketball action. Here's Landry to Costello. Now they get it out to Struck. Struck back to Costello. He's so quick. Beasley gets the block, but it's right into the hands of David Elpers, and he puts it in for two.
Yes, you're just not helping your teammate out. Beasley, 3 blocks here in the first half so far.
Isaiah Whiting around the perimeter. He's going to drive, give the ball to Totten. He'll shoot the long baseline jumper. That one is no good. The ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Isaiah Whiting. Well, no, they're going to say it's last touch by maybe Rush Landry.
The officials should probably get together so they can talk about it, what they saw, and now they're going to do that.
Osborne and Shane Bartles gets together. And they're going to say Knights basketball. Which, again, initially I thought it was off the hand of Isaiah Whiting. And I know I'm sitting courtside, but again, a little away from the action.
Yeah, definitely, and that's exactly what they do. You get together, you talk about it, see what we got. You want to get the call right.
Costello in the low post on the left side gets it back out to Landry. Now they go to Struck. Struck over to Costello. Baseline jumper from the left side is good for John Costello. That's his first basket in the ball game. It's now 21-8. O'Gorman with the lead over the Cobblers. 1 minute gone by here in the second quarter. Isaiah Whiting the basketball. Left side Suarez the basketball. He'll give it to Totten. Totten around the screen. Tried to pass it into the corner. The ball is going to be stolen by Costello.
He went right into a double team and just can't handle it.
He'll get the ball to Struck. Now to Costello in the low post. Costello, fadeaway jumper, no good. Landry gets the rebound and puts it in for two. Rush Landry for two as the Knights dominate the boards in this first half. Whiting bounce pass to Totten, but it's going to be stolen by Elpers. Nice play, or tried to get the play there to Totten, but it's picked off by David Elpers. Landry now the basketball. Out front to Struck. Struck passes right side to Costello. Costello back out to Matt Ing. He shoots the three. That's an air ball. He had 4 3-pointers, so to miss like that is rare for Matt Ing.
Right. Makes you wonder if it was tipped or anything. No one complained about it, so I guess it wasn't.
So the Cobblers go with Keyshawn Beasley, John Suarez. Jet Janbrin checks back in, Cale Meisman, and Isaiah Whiting on the floor for the Central Cobblers. Suarez left side to Whiting on that left wing. Man defense by the Knights. Whiting the basketball. Hands it off to Suarez. Suarez now dribbles to the right wing. Kicks it out to Meisman. Meisman backdoor pass to Janbrin, but again, Janbrin only at 6 footing. It's a little too high out of his reach. Goes off his fingertips and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to have to just have some solid screening going on and some solid cutting and solid dependable passing if you want to have any success against this O'Gorman team.
5:35 left in the second quarter, 23-8. O'Gorman with the lead over Central. Landry in the front court gives it to Matt Ing. Ing dribbles to the right side, back to Landry, right in front of the Cobbler bench. Looking inside for Elpers. Elpers, no good. Muirhead tried to put it back in. Now the ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by Meisman. Meisman trying to push the ball in the front court. Left corner, they go to Beasley. He'll shoot the three. And it's a three for Keyshawn Beasley.
Nice job that time. They didn't have the numbers at all, but Beasley's like, I don't care. I got it. I'm going to take it.
They put 2 on the scoreboard. I think it was a 3, or at least
I think so, too.
Now they fix it. They give it a 3. It's 23-11.
And I'll tell you what, who fixed it was Coach Roby. He stepped up and said something to him about it. Obviously, the opposition coach. You don't normally do that, but he talked to the official right there, and I think the scoreboard heard him talking and pointed at the scoreboard.
Suarez now on the left wing. Right side, they'll work the ball to Lowe. Greeno Lowe. To Meisman, top of the key. Cobblers go from left to right, back to Beasley. Beasley drives hard to the basket, and a nice play there for Keyshawn Beasley. He has 5 points in the ball game. You look at his 5 points and 3 blocks. He's, had a pretty good ball game so far.
Yeah, he's definitely contributing what he does, and he actually did a good job of playing through that last one. A lot of contact and played through it.
Matt Ing's 3 is no good. Now the shot being tapped around. Elpers can't get it to go. Landry gets the basketball. But that's like 4 offensive rebounds there for the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights.
And Coach Hayes is telling exactly what it is. And we've already talked about this probably 3 or 4 times already tonight. You can't just think you're going to stand there and get a rebound. You got to put a body on someone. He sticks his hands up in the air, does Coach Hayes, and back them off. You got to back them off. Make them go over the top of you. Everyone's trying to jump. Guess what? They're more athletic than you are. So you want to beat that, you got to be fundamental. The St. Thomas More Cavaliers do this all the time. They usually have fairly athletic players, but a lot of the teams they play are more athletic. And at the other end, Cale Meisman caught the ball in the low post. He spins, knocks down the defender, and gets called for the charge. Yeah, he's not the most solid player out there, but he hit, who did he knock to the ground? Ambrose. Chad Ambrose. He's a solid player. He is. He hits the ground, so it must have been major contact. I don't know if Coach Hay agreed with it, but either way, I guess you get a little bit of, kinetic energy there, and then potential energy just knocking him over. Matt Ing in the front court now for the Knights. Dribbles to the right wing, hands the ball off to Trey Heckenleibel. Now the Muirhead over to Elpers on the right wing. Elpers looking inside, man defense by the Cobblers. They'll go to Muirhead to Ing, now back left side to Heckenleibel. Out front, Ambrose shoots the three. It is good, but we're going to get a whistle. And now they got to they count the three then? Well, it depends on what he feels. Yep. So the foul, the ball was in the air. The foul was after that. It was an offensive foul. But because the ball was in the air, it counts, and then you're just going to get the foul, and you're going to go the other way. So they count the basket for Chad Ambrose, a three from the top of the key. He had 2 of them yesterday against Rapid City Stevens. I remember him knocking a couple last night. So now with 3:32 to go in the second, it's 27-13. Knights with the lead over the Cobblers on the State Farm scoreboard. Jace Brown's checked back in. They go to Lowe. He's going to launch a three. And Reno Lowe now with 2 threes in the ball game. 6 points overall. 27-16 is your score as the Cobblers try to hang around here in this first half. Matt Ing around the screen gives the ball to Ambrose. Ambrose right side to Costello in the corner. Costello gets around to the wing, now passes back outside. Heckenleibel to Muirhead, down low to Ambrose. The ball is tapped out. It is loose. It's going to be picked up by Ambrose. Right side to Ing in that right corner. He'll take a step in, bounce pass to Muirhead, and Muirhead banks it in for 2. I'll tell you what, that last possession by O'Gorman, the Cobblers' lack of effort definitely was not the case. They were all over that, just a fingertip away from knocking it away. Cooper Todd, now the basketball, dribbles around the perimeter, being guarded by Muirhead. He'll hand the ball off. It'll go to Lowe. Reno Lowe, the basketball, dribbles around the perimeter. Looking inside, bounce pass to Totten. Totten turns around, baseline jumper is short, no good. Muirhead grabs the rebound. Muirhead to Ing. He'll push the ball to Ambrose in the front court. Ambrose down low, Costello actually in the corner. Back out to Ing. Ing pump fakes, drives, and it's a blocking foul, so they will count the basket +1 for Matt Ing. And good job that time. The pump fake, first of all, to get the player flying at him. Of course, so he leaves him behind. Then the defender steps up, but just not quite there in time. Coach Hay obviously telling him, hey, it was a blocking foul because you just didn't step up quick enough. And we've kind of noticed that when the Cobblers have the ball, the defender is right in the face when the pass arrives to the Cobbler. The O'Gorman guy is right in his face. On the other side, the Cobbler defender is about a step behind. Just kind of the difference between athleticism in the two teams. So Jace Brown is going to take a seat. He has 3 personals now for the Cobblers. 32-16 is your score. The Knights double up. Jet Janvrin from the right baseline. Shot is good for Janvrin. That was a nice jumper there. That's 5 points now for Jet Janvrin. Knights basketball. Costello spins to the base. That's Huners, I'm sorry. Huners out to Ambrose. Ambrose to that left corner. He's going to shoot the 3, and Chad Ambrose, you'd love to have a player at 6'5" that can knock down the 3s like he can. Absolutely. And they just left him alone. He's like, okay, I'll take it. 34-18 is your score now. Here's Beasley for the Cobblers.
And it's going to be tipped, and it's into the hands of Leo Huners. Huners picks up the ball, passes ahead to Heckenleibel. Right in front of us, Heckenleibel dribbles to the top of the key. They give it to Landry. Landry pump fakes, puts up the shot, no good. Costello keeps it alive. He'll kick it out to Ambrose, now to Heckenleibel for three. This one off the mark, no good. Landry the rebound, puts up the shot, no good, but Rush Landry goes to the free throw line for the night.
Coach A comes up off the bench. Exactly. I'm like, it sounds like a broken record. What are you doing? How in the world are they getting these second chance opportunities? You're trying to jump after the ball. Stop it. Stop jumping after the ball. Put a body and then go after the ball. Put a body on a body. Put your hand. Just use your hands. Read it off the rim. Use your hands. Put some pressure on the offensive player. Feel him with the backside and then go after the ball.
Rush Landry makes both free throws. He has 5 points. We're down to 54 seconds here in the second. O'Gorman 37, the Cobblers 18 on the State Farm scoreboard. Meisman had the basketball, had it knocked out of his hands. Knights come away with it now as they work in the front court. Ambrose the basketball, out to Landry. He'll shoot the three. That was contested, no good. Janvrin grabs the rebound. Shot clock is off now. Janvrin bounce pass to the right side. I believe the officials, they look at each other there. They agree it's going to be Cobbler basketball.
Yeah, I think it's off the leg of one of the Cobblers, but now they got to create a one-shot possession here, and as hard as the Knights work, it's going to be tough.
Janvrin basketball to Low on that left wing. Out front, Totten the basketball. Totten shoots the three. This one rims in and out, no good. Struck grabs the rebound. Struck to Ing. Down to 15 seconds now as the Knights hold for the final shot. Ing at midcourt, crossover dribbles to the left side around the screen, gives it to Ambrose. Ambrose in mid-air passes to Struck, down low to Costello. 4 seconds now. Costello left side. I think his foot was on the line. Yep. Matt Ing puts up the three, but Chip Frankie agreed with you. I don't know, sometimes you just see something and you just say it like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the foot was on the line for Matt Ing, so the Cobblers now with one more shot. Off the buzzer, the shot is up and no good for Reno Low. It hits the backboard and the iron and bounces away. But on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, after one half of basketball, it's O'Gorman 37, Rapid City Central 18. We're back in 1 minute with our halftime show right here on 106.7 FM, 11:50 a.m., Fox Sports Rapid City, and FoxSportsRapidCity.com, as well as GoCobblersLive.com.
From 4 to 6 p.m., it's Rapid City Sports Talk Show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 11:50 a.m. And stream us all the time at FoxSportsRapidCity.com.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch the TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Scott Carlson right here in Rapid City, and I can switch you over and you can start saving today. Me and my team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just call me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson. Want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Toyotathon is on with great year-end deals from your favorite Toyotas. 2022 Highlander, Camry, 4Runner, and Tundra. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. The value of Toyota just keeps getting better. See you at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City. Toyotathon is on with great year-end deals from your favorite Toyotas. 2022 Highlander, Camry, 4Runner, and Tundra. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. The value of Toyota just keeps getting better. See you at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City.
Break. O'Gorman leads Rapid City Central 37-18. The Knights led 17-8 at the end of the first quarter, and then the Knights outscore Rapid City Central 20-10 to break this game open. They lead 37-18. Dean, we saw some bright spots from the Cobblers in that first half. We saw some players, hit some big shots or make some big plays like Keyshawn Beasley on the defensive side of the ball. But again, like you talked about, the matchup tonight, or this afternoon rather, O'Gorman just a very strong and physical team, and they definitely have the advantage in that matchup category.
And I'll tell you, for the Cobblers, I hate to say it, but this would have been one of the days that if you kind of hit things right, whether, it's, I guess, shooting in particular, you worked hard on the boards, this might have been that day where you could catch them on an off spot, because right now the O'Gorman Knights are not shooting very well at all, but the thing is they're doing so well on the offensive side, offensive rebounds, that they're just getting more opportunities. Obviously there's some bright spots. Ing is doing well, hitting some shots. They're hitting well on the perimeter, but they're under the basket play is real. They're really struggling there. So this game could be much bigger gap right now. So you want to be able to take advantage of teams at that spot. And we talked about working hard, putting a complete game together, that if you're outmatched by other teams who are physically better than you are, you can do some things to play fundamental basketball a little bit better. And right now, they're just not doing that. Obviously, it's just a huge struggle for the Cobblers to put any sort of offense together. We've seen a few threes, which give them a little bit of life, but there's no room in the middle, and even Alpers isn't even in there. They just can't create shots. They're not cutting in well enough. They're not screening well enough, and things just fundamentally on the offensive side of the board just not working for the Cobblers, just because of the matchup nightmares that the O'Gorman Knights create for them. So you get what you have, and it's just too bad, because I think this right now, at least in the first half, could have been an opportunity for them to maybe compete and have this game be much closer than it is right now. Again, this is the halftime show on Fox Sports Rapid City and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com. 37-18 is your score here at halftime. The O'Gorman Knights leading Rapid City Central again by 19 points. On the rebounding side of things, it is a 19-12 edge, but you look at those 19 rebounds for Sioux Falls O'Gorman, 10 of those on the offensive end of the ball. Yeah, there's no question about it. And they're not converting. That's what I'm saying. This is an opportunity, a game in which maybe you could, catch them in some bad situations. They're getting the offensive rebounds. That's bad for you, but they're not converting very many of those second chance opportunities. They're obviously, I think it's perimeter shooting for them, as they're hitting 6 of 15 for 4. 40% from downtown is really what's keeping the O'Gorman Knights with the scores that they have, and then obviously only 18 for the Cobblers. Is just their amazing defense that the Cobblers just can't seem to get any sort of edge on. Breaking down the scoring in the first half for Rapid City Central, led by Reno Lowe with 2 3-pointers for 6 points. 5 points each for Jet Janvrin and Keyshawn Beasley, and then 2 points for Cale Meisman. Cooper Totten held scoreless in this first half for Rapid City Central. On the other end of the ball, the O'Gorman Knights, Matt Ing hit 4 3-pointers. He's got 16 points overall to lead all scorers. Also, you have 6 points tonight for Chad Ambrose with 2 3-pointers. 5 points for Rush Landry, 4 for David Elpers, and then 2 each for John Costello, Leo Huners, and Gavin Muirhead. So you look at the second half then, Dean, anything you'd want to change, or what? You say that every game, and I do. I bring that up, but what adjustments, what would the Cobblers need to do to try to make a run? Of course, they don't want to allow what happened yesterday when Brandon Valley started the third quarter on an 18-0 run, but the Cobblers just got to come out with some fire here in this second half. Yeah, it is, and it's got to be fundamentals. I think defensively their game plan is solid. Let's play a zone defense. Let's make them shoot from the perimeter. Obviously, Matt Ing has 4 3-pointers, and that's what you give up to that. Let's not let them get easy ones on the inside. Now, they've had easy opportunities, just not be able to convert. So if you're going to play that zone, you got to be able to put a body on a body when that ball goes up in the air, and the Knights are taking advantage of that. The Cobblers aren't doing that. So if you're going to start at least from one area, now you got to be able to climb back at it, so you got to be able to hit some threes if you're the Cobblers. But you got to be able to, box out, don't let them get those rebounds, and get some of your own 10-0 offensive rebounds that the O'Gorman Knights are beating the Cobblers in that area. And now they got to be able to create some opportunities. They haven't been able to earlier. The Knights are just doing too well defensively, coming off of being screened, switching, doing well there. You got to be able to take advantage of some of those. It's not going to be on the inside. It's got to be, I got to hit some outside shots. I got to come from one side of the court to the other, catch, shoot. That's really what it's got to be. And that you really have no other opportunity because your matchups are just not in your favor by any stretch. So 37-18 here at halftime. The Cobblers and the Knights are back on the court to warm up for the second half. We are just going to step aside for one more minute. We'll come back, maybe look at some scores real quick before we start this third quarter here at Howard Nas Gymnasium. Again, this is high school basketball action on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and FoxSportsRapidCity.com. We're back in 1 minute.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
My kid wrecked his car, his third car. The kid needs a car. We need the kid to have a car. What did I do? I begged my insurance agent for mercy. That's another story. Then I went to Copper Motors in Rapid City and found a safe, reliable car.
Copper Motors is a small, trusted dealership specializing in safe, quality pre-owned vehicles. No pressure, no hassle. Each vehicle is inspected, serviced, and detailed with a warranty like no other. Copper Motors, corner of Campbell and Omaha.
You're listening to South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Physio.
And we're back here at the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth, sales service and side-by-side. As our halftime show winds down, we do want to wish Cooper Totten a happy birthday. We didn't know until the cheerleaders sang to Cooper, but again, happy birthday to Cooper Totten, the 6'5 junior for the Cobblers. A quick score to look at in girls basketball action. As Dean is watching it, 7 minutes left in the fourth. It looks like Rapid City Stevens 29, Brandon Valley 26. So again, the Raiders trying to avoid the sweep and trying to hand Brandon Valley their second straight loss in girls basketball. Yeah, Raiders just hit another shot, so it's 31-26 with just over 7 minutes to go. And we'll try to get you a score before the end of our broadcast. We'll give you a final on that girls game. But let's jump back into the action now here at Howard Nas Gymnasium. Cobbler basketball going from right to left. Keyshawn Beasley starting this second half. They go with Cale Meisman, Beasley, Cooper Totten, Reno Lowe, and Jet Janvrin. And again, Jace Brown is playing with three personals, but the way Keyshawn's been playing, I think it's a good move. Yeah, absolutely. Keyshawn to Janvrin, he gets in the paint. The short jumper is up and good for Jet Janvrin. Yeah, right over. Again, if they can get just that little bit of a crease, you got a nice little floater right over the defense. Those are kind of the little things that they just got to do more effectively here in this second half. 17-point O'Gorman lead, 7:27 to go in the third on the State Farm scoreboard. With the basketball now, this is going to be struck out to Landry. Top of the key, man-to-man defense. They go to Elpers in the low post. He's been quiet. He tries to feed the basketball. And I'm not sure if it was Costello he tried to get it to, but it's going to be a Cobbler basketball. Did it go out of bounds there, or someone stepped out of bounds? Yeah, it did. He just tried to scoop it underneath like that. And I'm surprised that Coach Hay is going with man defense. I figured zone might be his better option here. Lowe, the basketball on the right wing, gives it to Meisman. He'll dribble around the perimeter again as the Cobblers go from right to left. Janvrin now makes a move, gets it or dishes to Beasley from the right baseline. Shot's no good. Beasley tries to chase down his own miss. Instead, he's still running as the ball goes out of bounds there. He's heading to the cafeteria. Yeah, and you talk about this, and here's the unfortunate. you say, hey, follow your own shot. He followed his own shot. The problem is the rebound went exactly the opposite direction he was going. Matt Ing, the basketball, had 16 points in this first half, gives it to Landry. Landry to Ing. He'll shoot the three from the right wing. He misses that, gets his own rebound, tries to dish it down low. It goes to Landry. He puts up the shot, no good. The ball's tapped around, and Cooper Totten battles for it. Now he loses it, and Reno Lowe comes up with it, and they're going to get Rush Landry with number 3. They're kind of, and Coach A, telling him right away, are we doing this again? Is this like Groundhog Day? I thought that was like last Tuesday or something like that, last Wednesday. What is going on? It was an offensive, assault right there by the Knights, and finally Totten got away with it, but put a body on him. Kevin Muirhead comes in as Rush Landry sits down with 3 personals. Totten the basketball. Gets the ball over to Lowe. He thought about a 3 from that right wing. He fakes, ball fake left, drives to his right. He'll give the ball to Totten now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Beasley. A little too strong as he tries to bank it in for 2, but definitely better look. Better look that time. Muirhead at the other end. He wants to drive. Now he kicks it back out to Struck. They go to Costello now, top of the key. Backdoor pass to Matt Ing. He was wide open. He misses it, but he's able to get the rebound and puts it back for 2. There was a soft touch there as he misses it, but gets his own offensive rebound. Here's Cale Meisman as he cut to the basket, and he's going to put it in for 2. So definitely coming out much better offensively, getting people as they cut across, just getting a step on the defender. Still a 17-point over Gorman lead. Ing gets it down to David Elpers, and Elpers in that low post gets just his 6th point. That makes it 41-22, back to a 19-point lead. Cobbler basketball. Totten now on the left wing. Man defense by the Knights. He'll dribble to the top of the key. He'll get the ball to Meisman. Meisman to Lowe. Lowe top of the key. Thought about a 3. Instead, he's going to drive now, get to the elbow. Passes back to Beasley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beasley to Meisman once again. Meisman, a tough shot, and Meisman gets it to fall. Wow, that was a tough shot. There's going to have to be opportunities here that the Cobblers have to get. I think if they can get a good pump fake there, a couple of times they've got the Knights in the air. There's Matt Ing. His 3 is no good, but Totten tips it back, and then wide open in the low post was David Elpers. They did not see him as he puts in the short jumper. No, then after the rebound, the Cobblers just kind of quit on the ball, and that's what allowed that to happen. Again, Lowe on that left wing. Drives to the free throw line, puts up the shot. It's good for Reno Lowe. And that's what I mean. He had a chance. The defender came onto him. He used it, took that step, a little floater. 8 points in the quarter now for the Cobblers. With 3:57 to go on the State Farm scoreboard, it's 43-26. Struck the basketball, cross-court pass, but he overthrows Matt Ing. I mean, that was an overthrow that went well into the bleachers. I think that went over to the monument. I think the Bulls could have got that one. That was a high pass there from Struck over, trying to get it to Matt Ing. That was a touchdown pass. Again, Meisman, Janvrin, Lowe, Totten, and Beasley on the floor for the Cobblers. Here's Cooper Totten now the basketball. They'll pass to Meisman. Meisman top of the key. Gives it to Janvrin on the right wing. Back out front to Lowe. Lowe's going to shoot the long 3. This one off the front of the iron. No good. Chad Ambrose gets the rebound. He'll hand the ball to Ing. Now it's going to be stolen by the Cobblers. Here's Beasley now in the front court. Beasley hands it back to Lowe. Lowe gets around the screen. Passes back to Totten. Totten now on the wing to Lowe in the corner. Lowe dribbles out. He gets in the paint, puts up a tough shot, no good. Rebound to Costello. Costello now to Leo Huners, who's in the ball game. That was a tough shot, but that was the right one. He did a great job getting up there. They're not going to be easy, that's for sure. Chad Ambrose with another quick three-pointer. I think that's all that guy shoots is three-pointers. That's 5 of them this weekend alone, counting yesterday and today. Yeah, and he looks like he'd be a post player, but it comes out of his hand so quick. He just catches it, just floats it. He doesn't spot up this amazing shot. It's just in and out of his hands. 20-point lead. Here's Lowe at the other end. His shot is no good.
2.5 minutes to go. Again, 46-26. Now a scramble for the basketball. Cobblers come away with it. We're going to get a blocking foul. This will be on the Knights.
And I think everybody's kind of worn out because these are a lot of lazy plays right now. Lowe did a great job. He got the steal over there. He poked it away and then hit the ground. And then I think everybody's now walking back and forth on transition and just worn out.
Chad Ambrose with his second team foul. 2:27 to go in the third on the State Farm scoreboard. 46-26. John Suarez in the ballgame as well as Isaiah Whiting. Here's Cooper Totten the basketball. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. They go to Suarez right in front of the Cobbler bench. Now to Beasley on the wing. Beasley looking inside, passes to Meisman. Meisman gets in the paint, a tough shot. But Meisman has made some tough shots in this third quarter. He has 8 points now for the Cobblers. 46-28 is your score. Wheelers gives the ball to Heckenleibel. Heckenleibel bounce pass to Muirhead, and Muirhead had position and then gets the easy layup at the other end.
I think he wanted to dunk it.
I think he did rather to. Muirhead is 6'7", so probably no problem with that.
Nope.
Totten, top of the key, gets it over to Beasley. Now they reverse it left side. Isaiah Whiting the basketball. Whiting around the perimeter. Whiting back to Totten. Totten now pulls up just outside the free throw line, and that one's gonna go out of bounds. It's an air ball for Cooper Totten. And they can't just lackadaisically move the ball around the perimeter. They got to be able. I know they're trying to do screens, but the screens are very, very minimal. It's not like you got to be able to come hard off of a screen with purpose, either to dish it somewhere, to shoot it somehow. They're kind of just lazy screens and lazy efforts off the screen. It's going to be Knights basketball now. We have a new player in there. There's Heckenleibel for three from the top of the key, no good. The rebound and kept alive. Driving is number 24. Got to check my 24 for the Knights. For the Knights, Peyton Hagee. In the left corner, wide open is Whiting for three, and Isaiah Whiting knocks it down. 48 seconds remaining. The Cobblers want to take a timeout. Again on the State Farm scoreboard. Insured by agent Scott Carlson and Nat McCormick. It's O'Gorman 48, the Cobblers 31. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Where can you get good neighbors service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Matt McCormick, I'm ready to help. Call 348-0464 for surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. You're listening to South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by the Rehab Doctors.
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth with Dean Gurr. I'm Jerome Wickersham. Hagee has the basketball now for the Knights. Coming out of that timeout, Hagee back to a pass to Muirhead. It's the alley-oop pass. We'll count it as a dunk as he puts it in for two.
It looked very pretty.
Gavin Muirhead for two. 50-31, a 19-point lead now for the O'Gorman Knights with 27 seconds to go in the third. Here's Suarez around the screen. Passes back to Janvrin. He'll shoot the three. It's good for Jet Janvrin. And what a game for the sophomore. He's in double digits now. Back the other way in the front court. Heckenleibel the basketball, down to 9 seconds now. Heckenleibel, bounce pass left side. Muirhead shoots the three. This one is short, no good. Janvrin grabs it, just tries to throw it up, and then it's thrown up by Meisman, in fact, by the at midcourt.
It was still after the buzzer.
But that's the end of three quarters on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's O'Gorman 50, the Cobblers 34. We're back in 1 minute right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City and foxsportsrapidcity.com.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Find your tag, find your deal at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet during our Red Tag sales event. Save a total of $2,500 with $500 Red Tag bonus cash, $1,000 customer cash, and $1,000 Menholt discount. We are paying top dollar for your trade, and all credit applications are accepted. We will see you soon at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet, where our top-rated sales team will help you shop from the best selection of Chevy Silverados.
South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center.
And welcome back to Howard Dodge Gymnasium to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Knights get the basketball. Again, we had the initial miss by David Elpers, but he's able to get it back. He puts it in for two, and now he goes to the free throw line. They're just relentless. It looked like Meisman had it underneath. He just collapsed, used the sideline there, the baseline, end line, and just make it tough. So 11 points now in the ball game for David Elpers. His Jadron, and he's got the hot hand now from the right elbow. That's 12 points now for the sophomore Jet Jadron. 53-36 is your score, 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Emmanuel Struck had a pass to the basket. He drives, then he kicks it to in the left corner. I thought Beasley got a piece of it, and he's still able to knock it down. 21 points now for Matt Ing in the ball game. Isaiah Whiting to Cale Meisman, top of the key, right side to Suarez. John Suarez gives the ball to Janford. Now they go to Beasley. Beasley right side to Suarez. Suarez out to Whiting. Whiting drives to his left. And no bouncer to help him out. And we have players diving on the floor to avoid the backcourt violation. But in transition, Landry's going to put it in for two. And I think we have an injured player.
Isaiah Whiting, I think, got hit in the head as he was diving after a ball. And
The trainer, and taking a look at Isaiah Whiting right in front of us. And I'm kind of surprised he didn't get called for the foul.
Toyotathon is on with great year-end deals from your favorite Toyotas. 2022 Highlander, Camry, 4Runner, and Tundra. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. The value of Toyota just keeps getting better. See you at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City.
The outside was wide open, but he doesn't have a teammate circling around to help him. He gets caught out, he kicks it out, you get an open three opportunity. Those are the type of things that really the Cobblers need to work on execution as an offensive team. You dive in, they double team you, that leaves an outside perimeter shot wide open. So Isaiah Whiting able to leave the court on his own power there. He walks off, being talked to by the trainer. 6:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, 58-36, a 22-point lead for the Knights. I'm surprised you don't know her name. Caitlin Smith.
Oh, I knew it. So now Beasley, the basketball, spins in the paint. He's going to kick it out to Meisman. Meisman, a hard drive to the basket, and they're going to count the basket +1 for Cale Meisman. He's had a nice game this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of players for the Cobblers doing well, having some success today, and it all comes down to effort. Just, drive in, make it difficult on the defense, and a couple people cashing in from downtown.
And the free throw is good for Meisman. 58-39 now. Nice complete play there, or three-point play. Here comes Landry in the front court. Works the ball and go to Struck on that left wing. Struck picks up his dribble, being hounded by Beasley. They go to Landry in that left corner. Landry now. Out to Costello. Costello, right corner. They go to Eng. Back out to Landry in the wing. Now they go to Elpers, and we're going to get a foul. Is this going to be against Cale Meisman? He was just trying to hold his own there against David Elpers. Gets called for the push.
That's an understatement. Holding your own against Elpers. He's so physical down there that. And actually, we haven't called his name too much today. Just a few spots here or there. Well, he could really be a dominating player when he needs to be.
Oh, absolutely. Costello the basketball out to Eng. Eng puts up the three, and it's going to be an illegal screen on Emmanuel Struck. That's his first. 4th team foul. So the Cobblers will have the basketball. Suarez gives it to Totten. The birthday boy, Totten to Beasley, now left side to Lowe. 5.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Janvrin to Suarez. The ball was loose. Suarez picks it up. They go to Totten on the right side. Totten to Beasley in the right corner. Gets around the screen to the wing. Having trouble getting rid of the basketball. He'll get it to Janvrin. Janvrin now drives hard to the basket. Spins back to his right. Puts up the short jumper. No good. The ball is loose, and it's Struck that comes away with it. Struck in the front court on the far side. Costello in that left corner. Now back to Struck, down low. Landry posting up. He's triple teamed. It's going to be a foul against the Cobblers.
Yeah, he tried. He got it. Did a good job. Good post move. Tried to spin to his right, and the secondary defender just kind of on the outside. If you're going to guard him, you either got to poke the ball away or you got to get underneath it and get both hands in the air. Instead, he was about a step away from the outside. Is that on Reno?
It is number 3, so that is Reno Lowe picking up his first. 3rd team foul. Landry makes that first free throw. 8 points now for Rush Landry. Second free throw is good as well. 4:56 to go in the fourth. It's 60-39. O'Gorman leading Rapid City Central in boys basketball action. They try to work the ball down low to Beasley, cutting to the basket. Instead, Costello gets the steal. They get it into the front court. Muirhead puts it in at the other end. Gavin Muirhead now with 8 points. 62-39. Knights with that comfortable lead. Here's Cooper Totten around the perimeter to Janvrin. Janvrin gets in the paint. He's going to get it out to Lowe. He shoots the three. Shot's no good. You look at Jet Janvrin. They list him at 6 foot, but when you got that many tall players, he looks much shorter than that.
Yeah, definitely. It's all comparative.
And are we going to get a timeout? It is a 30-second timeout. 4:13 to go on the State Farm scoreboard here in the fourth quarter. It's O'Gorman 62, Rapid City Central 39. Let's take a quick look at the State Farm scoreboard. We'll try to get a final in that girls' AA game. So Rapid City Stevens, again, they had a tough time yesterday. They bounced back this afternoon, and they defeat Brandon Valley 44-36. So Brandon Valley, the third-ranked team in the state, comes out here to Western South Dakota, and they lose 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna fall. They'll probably be number 5 coming in. Not sure exactly, but I'm sure they'll be 5, and I'm sure the Raiders will be 3. But it's hard when the Raiders got dominated. But it's the number 1 team they got dominated by. So that's So I'm sure Raiders will be 3, Cobblers will be 4. And then Brandon Valley 5, unless someone else kind of sneaks in the backside.
And you got Washington and O'Gorman sitting up there at 1 and 2, right, probably.
Yep.
So again, we'll try to pass along more scores as well. But again, Rapid City Stevens, they get the win this afternoon by 8 over Brandon Valley in girls basketball action. Back into play now. Here's Trey Heckenleibel, the basketball for the Knights. He'll get it to the left side. Muirhead now cross-court pass right side to Hagee. Hagee back out to Ambrose. He pump fakes, drives, gets in the paint, puts up a tough shot, but Chad Ambrose, again, he makes it look so easy with his touch.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he got kind of lost there for a second. They backed off of him, so he just said, I'll just take this nice, easy one.
11 points now for Ambrose. In the low post, the shot is up. Turner and no good for Cooper Totten. He has struggled this afternoon. No points for Cooper Totten for the Cobblers.
Yeah, and it's just, you could see that coming all the way, even with, it wasn't necessarily even outbursts, but yeah, they could even get the ball inside to him, just the inside game of the O'Gorman Knights, so solid.
Here comes Cooper Totten. Now had the basketball stolen, though. Leo Huners, he gets the steal. They'll go to Heckenleibel. Now to Muirhead, reverses it, left side. Huners the basketball, out to Ambrose again for three. This one is short, a rare miss. But Hagee gets the rebound to keep it alive. Muirhead back to Hagee. Hagee puts up the shot, no good. Suarez grabs the rebound, and here come the Cobblers. Suarez in the front court, goes to Low on the right side. Low on that right wing, dribbles back. He'll give the ball to Janvrin. Jet Janvrin to Cooper Totten on the right wing once again. He'll drive the right baseline. Pull-up jumper is no good for Cooper Totten. And the frustration continues there for Cooper, just not able to buy a basket here this afternoon.
Probably not one of the best birthdays for him.
Yeah, probably not. We're going to get the basket +1 at the other end for Peyton Hagee. He's going to go to the free throw line at 66-39. O'Gorman with the lead over Rapid City Central. Just 2.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, you can see just O'Gorman just wearing him out. Lots of hands on hips for the Cobblers. And that obviously kind of a lazy foul there. They drive by instead of stepping in and taking a charge. End of the game, obviously, a blowout game. You don't get hurt, but you still got to be able to play, with intensity. You just read it on their faces, just their levels as they just I can't do the word. I'm missing the word, but just their presence, just their gestalt right now is just this game's over. I'm done playing type of mentality.
John Suarez into the right side. That's number 30. Kelby Cumskilling now out to Beasley. His three is no good. Getting the rebound is number 30. And I believe I'm not sure how to pronounce that name.
Oh, A.J. Acott. We'll just call AJ.
A.J. Acott.
They go with A.J.
Well, he's going to get the layup at the other end, so he gets on the scoreboard.
I think it's I don't know. Never mind. We'll stop butchering it. We'll just call it A.J.
Yep, and that's A.J. Acott.
I think his brother played. We had another Acott that played before for the O'Gorman Knights.
This is Bennett Gannett Bring in the ball game. Gives it to Acott.
Bennett, I got to tell you about Bennett here in just a second.
Okay. There's a three-pointer by the Knights. That one is no good, but stepping out of bounds was a Knights player there underneath on the air ball. That's number 22. I don't know if we have a 22.
I don't see a 22 on there. Bennett Dannenbring, last game against, I guess not the last game, but a game against Pierre, got elbowed in, and I think he lost a tooth or chipped a tooth. They had to take him to the ER to get, or at least an urgent care, to get his lip sewn up. So he didn't play in that game. He's their quarterback.
Beasley out to Suarez. Suarez around the screen to the right side. Hands the ball off. Janvrin shoots the three. That one off the mark. No good. Rebound to the hands of the Knights with 1:28 to play. In the front court, they go to Dannenbring now on the right side. Back to Acott on the left wing. They work it around.
And Dannenbring was a transfer, if I'm not mistaken, from Roosevelt.
I think was that number 22?
Yeah, whoever number 22.
Yeah, I apologize. We don't know who number 22 is. They said it.
Yeah, they said it, but I don't know that it's on here.
We'll try to find it, though. 1:03 to play. 72-39 is your score. Yeah, and, this is obviously, these are the JV players came out and played. I already talked about Muirhead's dunk, like that was the initial point of that JV game, and they literally walked all over the Cobblers in that JV game, and just shows you the top to bottom. The attendance of the O'Gorman Knights is well under all the rest of the AA schools, but they obviously play up, definitely in football and in basketball. I think they're probably AA in basketball, but they play up in AA and AAA rather, football. And just goes to show you when you get a good program there that can just it coached well and amazing things that they do, and they play hard. You don't have to have tremendous players; they can play up. So Cade Clement scores at the other end, and then we're looking at 22. That's Hayden Gross for the Knights. Again, our post-game show coming up in just about 30 seconds. Acott trying to work it down low. Instead, it's tapped back out. Acott to Dannenbrink, then down low, number 44 with the basketball. Xander Benz. How tall is Xander? You can tell he's pretty. Yeah, I don't have. My sheet never shows the height. 6'7". Xander Benz is 6'7". He's at the free throw line to shoot 2. He didn't like one of my calls in the JV game. So he was chatting with me, and I said, you know what? You can chat, but make sure you don't sit there and argue with me about it. And he was all cool. So he misses the first, makes the second. 75-40, a 35-point lead with just 18 seconds left. Suarez in the low post. They work the ball around. This is Kelby Combs killing. And there's Acott with the steal. 7 seconds now. Acott to Gross as he'll run out the clock to Dannenbrink. And that's going to be your final here at Howard Dodge Gymnasium. Again on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. The O'Gorman Knights get the win over Rapid City Central. 75-40 is your final. We're back in 1 minute with our post-game show right here.